Mike, hey,
Yo.
you ready to continue with October?
I was born ready.
Well,
Get to the chapel.
Nick is here, but he's outside.
He's talking about Elvis.
Talking
and
about
shit.
Elvis and some bullshit, and I'm tired, and Mike's tired, so we're gonna start without him and see when he shows up. So, yeah.
Welcome to Gag Me with a
Hey
Knife.
guys, it's your favorite final girl, Emily, and your favorite final baby, Mike, coming at you with a new episode of Gag Me with a Knife. Nick will maybe be in here soon. A weekly podcast where we dissect, disembowel, and shred the best and worst slasher movies. We're going to continue Spooky Ooky Month with Night of the Demons 3 from 1997. I'm going to read the box. I have the DVD because...
Box it.
Yeah, I have the DVD. It's Halloween. The gates of Hull House have creaked open once again, and Angela is waiting patiently for her treats. When a group of teens take refuge in the foreboding old funeral home to escape the law, they soon realize their grave error. 1997. Your thoughts, Nick? Oh, he has none because he's not in here.
I think it's the weakest of the three, personally.
Me too.
A lot of it's just the CGI. Like, I do think it's this fun little movie. I hate everybody more than the other two.
Yeah, no one in this movie is
Reggie's
good.
cool, but he gets gatted in the first
like 5
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, I think it's pretty quick.
Why does he get shot?
I don't remember.
He's like the only motherfucker that actually gets shot. Like, that cop gets shot, but he's got a flak jacket on. Do you want me to get started?
Yeah, I guess. Well, Nick will give his opinion when he comes in here, I guess.
He's going to be like, oh, blah, 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 dude. Bob Dylan and Lou Reed and, like, Elvis's big, fat, bloated cock eating fried
Like,
banana
suck a
pickle
dick.
sandwiches.
Let's talk about someone that knows nothing about music really, that thinks he does because he has a lot of records.
Hey,
Anyway.
shout out. Shout out. So there's a full moon. There's a cop car. It's passing over the stream that we know about from the other two movies, but this time there's a CGI effect, which I thought if they just left the CGI just to that effect, it would have been fine.
Also
Like, it
consider
glows
that this
blue.
is a new technology that
It's 1996.
I didn't see this movie when it came out, so I saw it much later, so it looked lame to me, but I guess, I don't know if you first were seeing it.
Hey, look who joins the
Look, it's
party.
Nick.
There he is.
What are your thoughts on the 1997's Night of the Demons 3, quickly?
I like it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Well, we were
sorry
saying-
if you didn't hear the tire spilling, and I Ace Ventura in here like a glove.
Like a
He flew in
glove.
just like the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
On King Force
when
One.
this episode's
King Force
over, you cannot continue that because I have to go to bed. So
She
that
All
tired.
right, go to bed.
She's very tired.
All right. Well, if you gotta go to bed, then hurry up.
So
That's how we started.
Officer Larry.
We were saying Reggie was the only good character, but he gets gatted in like 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
I like the bad girl.
And
What's
it's
her name?
racist.
Lori or Lottie?
They all like fucking run together for me. I don't know.
No, I thought there were two characters named Holly for the first fucking
Well,
60
I just
minutes
wonder
of this
because I
movie.
didn't see this when it came out. I saw it later, like after CGI was like a thing, and I wonder. I know it's bad, but I wonder if if I'd seen it when it first came out, again, like CGI was a new thing, if like what I would have thought about it.
I think this might be straight to video.
It was.
Definitely.
This is
Like,
definitely
there's no question about
This
that.
is 100% a Canadian movie.
I don't know about that.
All
but-
the actors are Canadian
Okay,
actors.
well, I mean, I believe you because Canada does give like a discounts on filming
I mean,
here.
but like this is no. Hello, Mary Lou.
It's chopping away American jobs.
Is this y'all's least favorite of the three?
Yes.
No.
No, I think he doesn't like the first one very much.
No,
but
the first one's fine. It's
good.
just I like the goofy ones.
Yeah, I mean,
The second one
goofy.
is a masterpiece.
the second one's so good that like one doesn't really pale. I like one, but like it gets boring in the middle. Like once Angela does her little dance, like I'm done with one. Because they
So
run,
she dances to Bauhaus
they
in
run
part
away.
one.
Yeah, because they run away and like they do all that running for so long in part one that it gets tedious.
But they go into that
But this was just not done
chamber.
very well. So
But in part 1, that she dances to Bauhaus. In part 2, she's dancing to fucking Morbid Angel.
Reggie's actually
in part 3. In this one, she's dancing to like a Native American inspired house techno.
Reggie's actually
thing.
the 4th death in this movie. He's not even the 1st death.
Yeah, he's shot for a long time.
And
he's shot and like writhing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's run over. Didn't he run over too or something?
The cop car goes over the CGI stream, and Officer
It is Canadian,
Larry.
you're right, because the budget was in Canadian dollars. Which is basically maple syrup and what was it? Maple syrup and
Molson. Moosehead.
Mullets.
Bullets,
I wish Canada. I would
outfits.
come join you.
You could pay. Do you
I've
think you
always
could
wanted to
pay?
be Canadian.
Isn't there
I've
dollar
always
like
wanted to be
an acorn?
Canadian.
It's one of the only things that's not worth as much as the U.S. dollar, because
like
the U.S. dollar is not worth.
No, it's like a pine
the
cone,
only
right?
things that are worth less than the U.S. dollar are Canadian dollars, yen, and used to be liras, but they don't use liras anymore.
Now they've got the euro, which is more.
No. The only
Which is
thing
more.
truly less than the U.S. dollar is your soul.
No, Canada.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And they're nice.
Hey,
Our American
ladies of
souls are worth
Canada,
more
if
than
you'll have me, I'd
Canadian
love to be a
dollars.
citizen.
Yeah, but you can't go there.
Why?
Remember? Because you're like isn't there a warrant out for your arrest in Canada?
No.
You said that you couldn't go back there because
I know I can't go back to Bloomington, Indiana because of parking tickets.
I thought you couldn't go to Canada.
What did you
kept
do
on saying
up there?
couldn't go-
I've been up there.
He had
Parking
weed or
tickets.
something like that in Canada.
I've never
What's
been
that
to
got to do with
Canada.
a parking ticket?
Then
I
why
got
did
caught
you
with weed
lie
in
in that episode
Mississippi.
and said you couldn't be in Canada? That's why you said it.
I said I didn't know if they'd have me.
No, that's not what you said. You said you
Because
weren't
my
allowed
girlfriend
to go.
didn't eat the Xanax.
That was in
Canada
in the
nicely.
Friday the 13th retrospective. You said you couldn't go back to quote Canada.
I've never been to Canada.
Well, then you were just lying your ass off.
I've been to Mexico for like 20 minutes.
I don't appreciate this.
I think
I
it's called
Super
Canada.
fans.
I don't appreciate these lies. I don't
Please don't
appreciate these lies. I thought
either.
listen.
I've never spoken an untruth on this
Yeah,
fucking show.
but you did in Friday the retrospective because
The only untruth you're speaking is you're calling it Canada when it's Canada, and I think they don't appreciate that.
I
If you
wanna
want
be-
to
I
also,
would like
if
to be
I
a
recall,
Canadian.
you called yourself a truth machine in one episode, and then he did, and then you called him a bullshit machine, and so.
Same difference.
Well, yeah, I've got the receipts.
Go back and listen to Friday 13th retrospective. You talk about
I'm sure you're
how
gonna
you're
do
banned
this.
from Canada, but you
I
call
am
it
not
Canada.
banned from Canada.
You say it in that episode.
Canada, if you'll have me,
I don't
They're
think
not gonna
they
have
will.
you.
They don't want Justin
Mike,
Bieber.
do you have
Why are they
any
gonna have
criminal
you?
record?
because I'm nicer than
No,
Justin Bieber.
Mike,
I'm more
do you have
polite
any
than
criminal
Justin Bieber.
record? At all?
That low
Just a
bar.
misdemeanor. That's probably what we were talking
Okay,
about. is
what
my
kind of
hot
misdemeanor are you
expunged.
talking about? And also, do you have
haven't gotten it
do you have a
expunged.
skill or a trade?
I told you could.
I have one expunged.
Do you have a
and two
trade?
not expunged.
Do you have a trade?
No.
Then you're not getting it.
I'm a trash man. If I could save, I think if I saved up $10,000, that's the old.
We asked this
And a
girl
bank
who's
account.
actually pretty smart. We were like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And she was like,
Canadian.
She goes, "I want to work. I want to be the person who sits at the dump and lets you like go in." And we're like,
Fuck
"What
yeah,
is
Grinch.
that?"
Trash
And- 'cause
man.
she-
I mean, at least she knew what she wanted to be,
First she
man.
said she did. No, she goes, "I would never be in retail," and we were like, "What do you want to be?" And then she said that,
I wanna be a
and then I
trash-
was like, "You do know
trash man."
that you'd have to make sure they didn't have like needles and shit like that." And then I didn't say shit, but she was like, "We were like, well, what's your second choice?" And she goes, "A gas station attendant." We were like, "That's retail."
retail.
You like.
She kid's
Okay.
fucking 10, man.
No,
Hey,
she's not.
man.
She's 12. But
Dude, I mean, at
it
least
was
she knew
funny.
what she wanted to be.
She's hilarious. So
Dude, I took-
she doesn't really. We
dude,
thought she wanted to be on a dump truck, like standing
When I-
on a
when
dump
I was in
truck.
middle
But
school,
that's not what she
they're
meant.
always
She
pirates.
said she wanted to live. I mean, not live. She wanted to work at as an attendant at the dump.
When I was in middle school, I took a job placement thing, and
They're like trash man.
they took us
Trash man.
8x8
Classic
down
trash
to this
man
thing, down to this room in the school, and we'd answered questions on the survey on the computer. And it was
so
a job
that was your
placement thing.
job
No,
now,
and
right?
no,
This
I
is
got
like what your job
I got
does.
trash man.
You did?
Yeah.
You really got
You
trash
got real
man?
about trash man?
They were
Dude, I
calling
was
you
in
dumb.
7th grade.
I always got
and
like
my
I always got
future was
educator
garbage
or
man.
like law.
I
I
am a
got
trash
lawyer
man.
or educator or psychologist.
I deal with trash that people think might be worth something.
We are all failures.
I got a
I'm
free.
not.
I got a free
Yeah,
red
you
Fender.
totally
Not
are.
now.
Front
I
man
have a career
25R.
that I like.
Well,
That's in what they told me I would be in education and psychology.
Blue Ibanez the other day was going to the damn trash.
Here's
boy.
the thing: we're all failures, but we're pretty cool.
I wouldn't say I'm a failure.
I wouldn't say you're pretty cool either.
The people that listen to this, anybody listening to this thinks we're pretty cool, or they've already changed the fucking channel.
Somebody pay for it.
Y'all that's still listening to this fucking bullshit.
Oh, hey, Katie. Oh, I found out. Do you know Katie doesn't really listen a lot, but guess who does? Her new husband, Casey. He listens all the time.
Really?
Thank you, Casey.
Hey, Casey, how's that buzz sex going?
Oh, Jesus.
He's like really awesome and like
Are
has
you
all these
trimming her
LED
anal
lights,
hairs?
and he like is awesome.
She was gonna cancel her Patreon. Casey's like, nah, bitch.
Indeed. Don't let that butt hair get out of control because like it's a wildfire.
It's a wildfire waiting to happen.
Yeah, man, and you can't get in.
So, Officer Larry.
It says no entrance.
Yeah, the wild outback,
danger.
the bush.
It's like you know that sign that's outside of the outside of that Japanese forest where everyone hangs themselves. It's like stop. Someone will help you.
That's Katie's butt hair.
It's like basically a suicide hotline.
Like
that's Katie's butthole.
Yeah, bro.
It says do not enter. It's okay. Things will get better. Call the suicide hotline.
No, you just have to treat it. It's like a yard. You just have to like.
That's how fucking creepy it is.
You gotta groundskeep that ass.
You know they do have to have people like in hordes go through there like 3 times a year
Katie's
to pull out the dead
ass.
bodies out.
I saw this picture of Mount
hordes
Fuji
of
with this
people that go
crazy
through
cloud that was like swirling around it, and then it's reflected in the lake at the base of it. I was like, this is like a magic suicide land.
Well, it's kind of like those people who like climb Mount Everest, and they're like, yeah, and they like legit use dead bodies.
And Katie's up there like, hey, trim my ass hairs.
But they legit, she's yellow boots.
Like a pencil sharpener.
She's yellow boots, but they like legit use dead bodies as like landmarks to be like, oh, I got up this high, I got up to red boots, and it's like that's a fucking dude that's okay. People do not take these dead bodies off of Mount Everest because it is too dangerous to take these dead bodies off Mount Everest.
But some people do
Maybe
climb
that's a
Mount
sign
Everest
that
to
you
fuck
shouldn't
Katie's
climb
ass.
it, you fucking asshole.
I mean, if people can do with their copious loads of money, whatever they please.
That's not copious loads of money. That's stupidity.
You gotta have some money to rent some Sherpas.
Copious loads into Katie's ass.
No, they don't. No,
dude. When you're up there at the fucking summit and you gotta trim butthole hairs, you gotta fuck it.
Because at the top of Mount Everest is another suicide.
No. Katie's butthole is a wise old sage at the top of Mount Everest.
Everest and
Everest.
We better hurry or these meds are going to start kicking in.
Did you already take your sleeping medicine?
No, I finally got some lewds,
okay,
bro.
Guys, there's a full moon. A cop car passes over the stream. There's a stupid
Nick found some
CGI
lewds.
effect.
You didn't know about it, and we didn't tell you. And Nick
Officer
told him
Larry has been stationed at Hull House.
And then he did.
They were in my seat in my 2013 Toyota Camry, and it's crazy.
Now he can fuck.
They've been there since the 70s.
God damn it. Officer Larry.
I just gave Nick consent to have sex with me.
Officer Larry's talking on the radio to his lady friend down at the dispatch.
Next time I look, Mike's going to be rubbing my leg.
And he hears maniacal
laughter. And I've not
laughter.
pounded his fist.
He's been rubbing your
He hears maniacal laughter in Hell House, and he goes in.
You can tell when he does in episodes because you hear me slapping.
And you see a demon in the window. He doesn't see it. And then Angela appears. And she pulls off...
And she looks like Rue McClane. She looks like Blanche from Golden Girls because that's her aunt.
She pulls off his badge and uses it as a shuriken. And then there's a jack-o'-lantern, and there's some fucking 4-minute CGI bullshit of demon souls flying over graveyards.
That's your favorite. It sounds like that's your favorite part.
No, I really thought that it was kind of cool. The part that I liked about it is that the first movie has like a 3 or 4 minute really cool animated sequence.
It looks like old school, like.
And this seems like maybe
old,
it was trying to do that.
I have some old, like Jasper and Jam. I know that's problematic, but like in the Jasper cartoons, Pal, But like I have, it's not just Jasper and Jam. There's also Casper, and then it's like one from the 20s.
It's like a cool old
but it's like a really cool like old like 50s or
Shaky
40s or 30s animated
shit.
like
spiders
cartoon.
eating flies and fucking skeletons.
And the music is really good. Not even the Bauhaus.
This is
like
the first one we're talking about.
Yeah, the first one.
And
the opening music in the first one is really good.
And this one's just.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is about technology, but I could make a better fucking demon flying over a graveyard than 1997. No, I'm saying I could now make something
Okay,
more...
well, they were in 1997.
Yeah, but I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot, if you ask some people on the show. But
no, I did call you that. And a dummy.
I'm a fucking idiot, but I could make something look better now than these
I
pros
told
did
you
in
I don't really
1997.
think you're a fucking idiot, or I wouldn't have said it so many times to your face.
Yeah, you are a backstabber.
Could you
I am
Real
not. I am not a
backstabber.
backstabber.
continue on the story?
I just would not talk to you.
So after the 4 minutes of CGI bullshit, demon souls flying over
I can't tell if he
graveyards
likes it or
and Hull
not.
House, I did not like it.
Okay.
There's skeletons in a vortex. Then we see the van full of kids
How do you know
finally.
they're in a vortex?
The house is like a vortex.
Okay.
I think Angela.
Okay.
Somebody said some shit about
A
the
vortex.
house being the veil's the thinnest on Halloween night, and it's especially thin here. That's why kids come here on Halloween to fuck. But there's a van full of kids.
That's why. I think it's because they want to check
We see
out
the cool
if
guy
it's
Vince.
real. I don't think it's because of the vortex, but
Vince and Lois are making out. Reggie puts on a mask.
He's
He's got
black.
yeah.
by the way.
Thanks, Emily. Reggie, the black man. Yeah.
Well, no, it's important because in the first one, they're very progressive and have they have a final girl and a final boy in
Yes.
1988, and the boy
There's
is
not
black.
a single black person in
And
part two.
the boy that is the final boy in the second one is black. In the third one, the black man, it's like completely
Gets shot in the first 5 minutes.
retrograded into the 80s, where it's like the black guy dies first, which is just bizarre to me that they completely did a switcheroo on that.
So the leader, I think, Vince, and his girl Lois are making out, and Reggie puts on his snake sock bucket and pop the
Sock puppet.
snake sock puppet and scares them. Then Lois takes the sock
And
puppet.
then someone says, "Boo, I'm your boyfriend."
There's a driver named Orson in a devil mask.
Wells.
Orson's like the only one that's in other shit. Orson
Is
is
Orson
in,
Welles.
Orson was on You Can't Do That on
Oh,
Television.
I love that show.
Oh yeah.
I thought he looked familiar.
That show was the fucking shit. Also, Alanis Morissette was on that show. Remember?
Yeah. I wonder if he was putting cum under something that later had to be
Okay,
pumped
that's
out.
not. That's a story about Rod Stewart originally.
I thought Rod Stewart's the one that had the hamster up his butt.
I think they also said that. That's Richard
no,
Gere.
that's
That's
Richard
Richard
Gere.
Gere. That's Richard Gere. Yeah.
Rod Stewart was the
None of, and also,
semen.
none of these are true. But
I mean, who knows?
I mean, he might have had a gerbil up his ass. I don't think a hamster though. Not like a.
It was a gerbil.
What do you call the hamster? Like the cuddly
Gerbilization.
ones? They're like
Guinea
called.
pigs.
No, they're like different types of hamsters, and one of them's called like a.
Mouse.
No, it's a specific type of hamster. It's like teddy bear
It's a
hamster.
he had a
they're
capybara
called
up his
teddy
ass.
bear hamsters.
That's called
And I
that's
don't think it was a
mice.
hamster. I 100% think the rumor was it was a gerbil. up his
Run
ass.
around in your intestines. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, in American Psycho, it didn't sound very fun because he starved a rat and then let it go up inside a girl and it ate her insides.
So Abby's like the
They can't
mouse
live.
of this movie, I
There's
think.
no oxygen.
Is Abby kind of the
He
mouse?
has a tube.
Abby's mouse, but she's dressed like a cat.
That's fine.
Abby is getting dressed when all these children fucking pop in and see her titties. It's her little brother and his friends. Then,
A brother scare.
well, it's like little kids.
Little kids
It's
scare.
it's a fun house scare where the brothers
Yeah, rude.
trying to see his sister's tits, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. That's always a
Then
weird
Holly
thing whenever
shows
that
up.
happens. And maybe
Holly shows up and-
Holly Shore.
Holly shows up and gets
Holly
yelled at.
Shore shows up.
Abby's like, "Get out of here!" Oh, I thought you were my little brother.
Holly
again.
Shore
Holly
from Son-in-Law.
is a cheerleader who's undressing, and she's going to be a harem girl.
What's his name?
And Abby tries to squish her little tits
Yeah,
together,
wait, the Wheeze.
The weasel.
Weasel.
and
Like, I don't know how to do a good impression of him.
Don't.
Please try. Do
Angela
it.
starts the cop
Hey, do
car
the
and
next.
parks it
Hey,
magically.
you're good at it.
where
Do
they're
the
headed.
next sentence as Polly Shore. And son-in-law or something.
So,
You can do it. I know you can.
wheezing the jizz.
Yeah. He's getting into character.
So it's just gonna sound like this, dude. But this is more like
That's
TJ.
more like TJ.
I'm doing the TJ, but it's kind of like the
No,
Polly Shore.
dude, sound like it's like where you go to the.
Just
Angela,
rap it again.
Angela goes out and starts the car. Wheeze the juice.
We're getting a little more weasel there. Anyway, which Polly Shore was
Noshing
in
on
this?
some grindage. So she starts the car magically and then
I want
parks
to
the
watch
car
Son-in-Law
magically.
again. I love that movie.
And then we're back in the van, and Vince is choking Orson, the driver, which is dumb. You don't choke the driver while they're driving. ends up getting a knife pulled on him by Nick.
These are not the smartest people in the world.
Nick is the other alpha male in this group, which is Vince's group.
Which is weird, because I don't know a Nick that's an alpha male.
Then they come across so Holly's mom's station wagon has broken down, so Holly and Abby are stuck on the side of the road. And
Holly Shore and Abby.
Reggie and
Lee
Nick
Miller.
are doing the dozens. They're doing all the your mama jokes, and they pick up Abby and Holly. And Abby wants Vince, you can tell, and fucking Holly is hot for Nick. They stop for smokes at the Quickie Mart. They shouldn't have done that. So Nick and Holly are bonding over Mountain Dew. He'd kind of been a bitch to her.
Are they in Chattanooga?
They bond over Mountain Dew. I'm telling you. They like. Both,
I would
they both grab for the last Mountain Dew.
If it was found during
That scene is so stupid.
if it was a styrofoam cup of the like Pebble ice and Mountain Dew, then I could see bonding over it.
Nowadays it would be Red Bull.
No, or it'd be those Mountain Dew
You can have
slushies
the last
from
Diet Red
Kinjo
Bull,
Market.
babe.
The Mountain Dew slushies.
Oh, those are good, dude. I've almost fought with a bitch.
Oh my god!
It's like, out of the way, Bertha.
See, that's your problem,
They have
Mike.
the best
You could've
ones in
ma- you
Maryville.
could've
Like
made your-
I know the gas stations in Maryville have the best ones. Like their machines are always running.
So Reggie's trying to buy beer with a fake ID, his brother's ID. The cashier's like, nah, bitch. Reggie keeps pushing, and the cashier pulls
How
a
does he know they
gun
all-
on Reggie for trying to buy beer. But then Vince grabs the gun, flips the script on. Vince has got the gun on the cashier when two cops come in. So then Vince, for some reason, is like, hey, cops, put down your weapons. He could have just given the gun back to the dude and left. But he shoots one of the cops with a shotgun. You think the cop's dead, but he's really wearing a flak jacket. But Reggie really does get shot.
Which you should think.
I guess the other cop targeted the poor black man who was just trying to buy some
shocking.
beer.
We've never heard of this before.
Reggie shot a couple times in the abdomen. Nick then saves
Holly.
Yeah, Holly. I have her written down as HC as head cheerleader because I didn't know she was Holly. I thought Lori was Holly. Oops. And then I was like looking at the fucking credits, like, who the fuck's Lori then? Oh, she's Vince's
head
girl.
Cheerleader.
So Nick knocks out a cop, and everybody runs. And Oscar grabs one of the cops' guns. The cops shoot at them and hit the gas tank. So the Sarge is not okay, but he's okay. He got shot, but he didn't get hit.
Is he okay or is he not? Just like
He says, he's like, I'm not okay, but I'm okay. And then there's mayhem.
He needs to choose.
There's straight mayhem in the van. There's lots of competing personalities in the van. Van mayhem. The lieutenant now. So
I'm glad you're not saying cop boss again.
He's the cop. The cop boss is watching the video.
Just say.
And tells the
lieutenant.
clerk. He's like doing card tricks. It's like he's the grown-up kid from Trick or Treats. He's doing, and this is his last night. At midnight, this motherfucker is retired.
I
right?
would love it if that was the same kid from Trick or Treat and that had grown up and now he was still being a.
He's a retiring cop.
Because you know that kid would probably become a shitty cop.
Well, so the clerk is telling the cops that the kids took the money. The cop looks at the video and knows that the clerk has the money. He's like, "You better make that money reappear. You're going in." Then he gives them a card with a Miranda warning on it. The van.
I don't know if that's admissible in court. Like, I don't think unless you read it out loud, like giving a person a card. What if they're blind?
It's pretty fun.
Giving a person a card with the Miranda rights is not giving them.
Well, he's retiring. He's got to try to get rid of these cards.
Why did they ever make cards with the Miranda rights? That's not going to hold up in court.
He's old.
That would have never held up in court.
The van's leaking gas. Reggie's leaking blood. Holly suggests that they go. I'm sorry. Lori's like, let's go to Hull House. There's roadblocks everywhere. The lieutenant sets the gas on fire. He's like, they're not going far. And somebody's like, Lieutenant, you're off the force in an hour. Abby doesn't want to go inside a Hull House. She doesn't want to go past the stream onto Hull House ground. And she's like, I'm getting bad vibes.
She also doesn't want to go past anyone's piss stream. Either.
Somebody says, fuck your vibes. And
like that.
CGI sucks. And then Holly gets Oscar with her little snake hand puppet.
And you're getting Oscar worthy with this fucking synopsis.
I'd like some Oscar wieners. Oscar Mayer wieners.
I'll get you over here after we're done.
You wouldn't let me touch that thing. I'm not good enough for
No,
you,
he'll
Nick.
go buy you some.
I'll let you touch it. You just gotta find it.
So Vince and Nick have a standoff because they're butting heads like bucks in rut season. And Vince hits Nick, and then Abby's like, "This house isn't haunted, it's
What's
possessed."
rut season?
It's when the bucks...
Do you know what rut season is?
It's when the female
I'm asking
deer...
Nick if he knows.
Female deers are in heat, and the guys start fighting with their horns about
Okay, I'm
them.
just asking if he knows, because he's looking at you like he doesn't know.
I don't hunt.
He doesn't know shit right now. Look at him. This boy's blasted.
what are
He's
you
been out
talking
working
It's
in
not
the
a rut
sun.
season about
Wait,
him.
wait.
don't know. What do you mean by blasted?
Yeah, that's what hunters do to bucks in rut.
Nice pickup. All right.
Go on. You stupid.
And then Elvis got real fat in Hollywood or Las Vegas, and wrong notes. Vince breaks
Wrong
into
nuts.
This is-
Wrong rabbit.
wrong notes.
Get those good nuts.
Vince breaks into the
Get them
house.
cashews.
It doesn't look deserted. So earlier the house looked deserted.
Stash.
Cashews
The
are
house
for,
now-
I like honey roasted cashews. I could
Pistachios
eat a
is
whole
the
Last
fucking.
movie,
I could eat a whole
cobwebs
pepper.
everywhere. This movie, the house has been cleaned up. Angela must have got some help in the
Oh,
off
so it doesn't look. What do we call it? Disheveled.
dilapidated. It doesn't look.
No, we call it disheveled.
It
And you
doesn't
thought we
look
were talking about
unkept.
you because you were like, I brushed my hair today. And we were like, we're talking about the house.
It doesn't look unkept. It looks kept. Somebody's been keeping up with the housework.
But the Kardashian, it's probably Kris Kardashian.
I doubt it.
I wouldn't.
This
doubt
movie was
anything.
made by the Kardashians because they.
This is after
too
OJ, so like they were like.
Yeah.
We are
Infected with
sponsored by the
demons.
Kardashians. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I hear
Kim,
Thank you,
Chris.
Kim and Chloe and Kylie and Kendall and
They
Chris.
suck the life force from
What's
all
the
the men
lawyer
in their
from the OJ
lives.
case?
He's dead, but that's their dad,
Well,
Robert. Robert.
yeah,
and then there's also the brother Rob Kardashian. So thank you to all the Kardashians and the Jenners except for Caitlyn, for
Is she the?
that used to be Bruce.
Oh, okay.
And she's out of the family now. So but thank you to all the.
Because she's a Republican.
That's not the only reason. It's because she was married to Chris, and then she lied. He lied to her and was
Let's
like,
thank the Kardashians
left her.
for sponsoring our podcast.
"Yeah, thank
Then
you so
let's
much."
get back
Next
to
week on
finishing
Gag Me
this
with a
podcast.
K.
Thank you, Cam.
We're gonna have to make everything like. Well, we do have knife, and that has a K in it, but it is not knife.
Well, dude, we have to do the we do the
That's our spin-off,
Friday
like
the 13th
Kardashian,
rate. We got to rate the Kardashians.
I can do
Oh,
that.
Mary
We'll do the
Fuck
next
Kill?
slash.
No, not Mary Fuck Hill, but
Oh, I got
no,
excited.
no.
okay. The
We gotta
original
get Brad
three:
here,
Courtney, Kim, Chloe.
How about Holly, Abby, and Lori?
Who cares?
No,
Anyway,
I'm gonna go Mary,
Hey, man.
Abby,
send this motherfucker
Fuck.
home.
Lori, kill Holly.
okay. Well,
Okay,
move
fuck
on.
your vibes. Fuck your fucking vibes, man.
It's all good.
So, yeah, the house does not look deserted like it did in the last
Not
movie.
at all.
And then Vince shoots a hole in the wall. There's a knocking sound because the house answers. Like, nobody's here. Shoots the hole in the wall. Somebody's here. Oh, the crematorium door opens. There's a demon and Angela
goes,
unleashed. So they brought back the old school demon. The old demon
That was
face. The old demon skull face. I'm glad they brought that back because it was as in part 2. There's a stinky wind. There's always a stinky wind.
There's
in
always a
these
stinky one
movies.
because remember it was it was Godzilla's butthole or
Yeah,
something.
Godzilla's butthole's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So the bullet hole in the wall is now bleeding, and Oscar gets squirted by the wall, and then Angela shows up, and Vince and Oscar pull out their
You
guns.
think that give you AIDS?
that
Probably.
scene is awesome.
That probably give you HIV. I bet that blood has HIV in it.
I mean, I don't think a house can get a sexually
You don't
transmitted
know.
disease.
Yeah, it can if it's raping people like in Z Boy.
No, it's called
That was
scabies.
Angela. I mean,
Yeah, and
It's called
she's in the
bed bugs and
house.
scabies.
Angela's not
Angela is the
sharing
house.
blood with the house.
Angela shares blood with the house.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Have you
And
seen
Z-Boy
I
Hellraiser?
think you might be on
Z Boy
something.
definitely had HIV. So
You're at least going to get herpes from this house.
You're definitely gonna get
Okay,
some
so the
sickness.
house in Hellraiser definitely had a sexually transmitted disease or a blood transmitted disease.
Multiple.
You know Frank was fucking.
You
Yeah.
know that. And also, syphilis probably the reason he went so crazy is because he had untreated syphilis that rotted his brain.
No, you just like Tetris.
He just needs a little bit of
My
your
mom liked
flesh and
Tetris.
blood.
You'd act like
Everybody
that.
likes
Tetris is the greatest game ever created.
Yeah, I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would hear
Then
the
Virtual
like
Pro
this.
Wrestling 2,
I would hear the
Persona
music
3,
and then I would like go with my mom and be
Dragon
playing it.
Warrior. sure.
I like playing Jeopardy because I memorized all the answers, and then I'd make my parents play against me, and then I'd always win because I'd memorize all the answers.
What a little bitch.
Yeah, well, do
You're
you
such
say
a
any...
spoiled little bitch.
All right,
Well,
back to the story.
I mean, I know Rosebud.
Rosebud!
That's not how it was.
Is that one of the answers to the
That was
question?
more like the end of 555. No!
Rosebud. Is that better?
That's not how it was. I don't know. I've never seen.
but-
I've
but
never
it was-
It's
I've
funny
never
we're
seen-
talking about Orson Welles now because this is the only movie I remember where there's a character
Okay,
named
by
Orson.
the way, also, hold time out. So y'all said you thought Vertigo had surpassed Citizen Kane. It has not.
On
And
the
it's
list.
like, no, it hasn't. And I looked, because I looked recently, and it's like way far down. It's actually 8 or
Really? I
something.
thought Vertigo became
No, it's like
one
8,
like
and,
10 years. This
Who
was
cares,
10 years
who cares
ago.
about some
And
fucking
also,
idiots?
I've never, but
AFI
also,
is
I'm
not
gonna
idiots.
admit, I've never seen Citizen
They're
Kane.
racist.
I've never seen
They're not
Citizen
idiots.
Kane.
They're just racist.
Well,
I've never seen Citizen Kane. I don't think
They're
even think.
ageist.
I mean, I like Rear Window more than Vertigo, to be real. But like,
I don't,
move
no,
on.
I don't think Citizen Kane is the best movie ever made.
No,
It's just
hell
like,
no.
It,
I mean, I've never seen it. So
My
I don't really
favorite
know.
one
it did
is-
some things that haven't been done before. But
What's the
like,
one where
so many
Joseph
fucking-
Cotton has a weird relationship with his niece? It's like,
Jimmy loves
do you know what? It's my favorite Hitchcock movie.
Wait.
Like
North-
the uncle comes home and the girl
Is it a thriller?
is so in love.
Rope?
She like loves him,
Rope?
but it turns out he killed his ex.
Doll in for murder?
And
Doll in for murder. Rope.
Is
Vertigo.
it a color? Is it a black and white? Doll in for murder is.
I'm gonna look it up.
No, dude.
Yeah, just
come
go on
on.
with the
We gotta
movie.
go, dude. Seriously.
Strangers on a Train.
It's not.
Seriously, edit this shit out. Like.
Let's go.
Why don't you guys go ahead and get your dumb
seriously,
bullshit
this
you're
has
gonna talk about when I'm trying to fucking
I got a life, man. Like, come on.
He's got a light. I don't know what that
Woof.
means.
I have a job. Get the
Oh, a
fuck out
light.
there.
I thought you said a light.
Come on, man.
Shadow of a
Like,
Doubt, you little bitch.
I don't care, dude. Like, this has nothing to do with what we're doing. Can we finish up? Like,
Shadow of a Doubt is my
edit this
favorite.
shit out.
We ain't editing a goddamn thing.
No, seriously. Then
So
I'm,
Oscar gets
like,
squirted by a wall.
I'll
I get
edit it
squirted
out.
by Nick's whininess. And then
Hey.
Angela shows up. Vince and Orson both pull their guns, but then have a standoff with each other because nobody realizes how crazy Angela is. And at this point, you're
I don't
like,
know if it'd be crazy as the right
Does
word,
Angela
but
have-
demonic and
Angela's-
possessed by a demon. But yeah,
Oscar's
crazy,
not
sure.
getting much action, and Angela starts
I mean, I've seen
exerting
women act
her
like her, but-
psychical control over young Orson and his devil
I have
names.
seen women act like that weren't demons, but maybe they were.
So Vince and Nick, they're like, okay, two tough guys are going to team up and go check out the house and leave Orson in charge of Angela.
I would never leave someone named Orson in charge of anything.
The lieutenant is talking to the dispatch
for a
girl
movie.
about Vegas magic, and then Angela puts on Native American jams. And like I said, she goes from Bauhaus in part 1 to Morbid Angel in part 2
To whatever the fuck
to a
this
drum
is.
circle. I mean, it sounds cool, but it's just like, it's not. I guess she's branching out.
I mean, I
In her
don't know.
old
I don't
age,
know where
Angela's-
she's getting all these new. Like, I get it in the first one, she was still alive, so she was into that. But like, where's she getting new tunes?
Well, I think the guy in part 2.
They're playing at the party. They're playing at the party.
Some dudes are playing Morbid Angel.
Okay.
But this one, she's.
Maybe she's just gone back to like tribal times
It's a
and
good song.
shit. I don't know.
She's-
It's like
she's
fucking
good at her-
Serpent in the Rainbow.
She's
shit.
good at her dancing. I
No,
guess.
she's not. But
So
go on.
Holly and Vince are making out, and no, Vince and Lori. This is when I still thought Lori was Holly. So Vince and Lori are making out. She gets topless. Angela and Orson are dancing, and then Angela, Abby, Holly,
Every time you say
and
Angela, the
Reggie
lights
try to
flicker
leave.
out.
The Reggie,
It's a ghost.
Spooky.
It's because it's almost October. It's a ghosty in here.
Abby and Holly
ooky.
are trying to get Reggie out
It's
of
not
there,
spooky,
right?
but it definitely is ooky.
Holly tries to hotwire the van that doesn't have any gas. And then Holly's like, "Oh, we can't leave without Nick." And it's like, "You dumb
Well,
bitch."
no one leaves without Nick.
Here's one of my
Tons
favorite.
of people do.
I
Here's one of
know.
my
I've
favorite-
never left you anywhere that you needed if you needed me.
Who's hotter, Nick or Vince?
I don't remember.
Okay.
So stop.
So Angela seduced. Angela's like,
Neither, because I could barely see their faces because the fucking quality of this movie is shit, even on DVD.
Angela's seducing Orson. And
Orson?
and she starts filleting his gun and then
Orifice.
spits out all 6 bullets, which is awesome.
No, that part is cool. I remember. Yeah, I like that part. Since
And
I saw
then-
it recently.
She gives Orson the old demon kiss, but this time her tongue goes through the back of his head. And then Nick knocks down Vince and Holly, and Vince is shooting at him, and he goes after Nick, and Abby goes after Holly, and possesses her and goes inside. Angela gets Abby and follows her to the shed.
She inside.
And then he goes inside.
Inside the house, or is he inside her? Like, is he inside?
So Abby.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry,
Mike?
Abby, Holly, and Reggie had gone.
I'm just asking if he means go inside the house or go inside the body.
No.
Okay.
When you said that, just tell me what you meant. Did you mean
inside the house?
Okay, thank you.
Reggie, Abby, and Holly have tried to leave, but then Holly's like, I'm going back after Nick. Abby starts to follow her, but Angela gets her to go to the shed instead, where she's like, do you want to fuck somebody like Vince? And I'll make you hot. Right? To Abby, who's the kind of nerdy one. She's kind of like the mouse of this movie.
And she turns her into a tiger.
Yeah, Angela starts making out with Abby.
Fuck.
And then becomes a demon. The sky flashes orange. And Vince and Holly are arguing. Vince wants to stay there. They go out to the shed. Vince goes in. And Abby's all hot now. And she starts going down on Vince. Then Nick finds a satanic shrine. And Demon Orson confronts Holly. Abby is fucking Vince. And Reggie hears Angela beckoning. And then struggles out of the van because he's been shot and he's fucking laying there dying. But the van turns on and chases him and runs him over. Orson turns out to be behind the wheel and runs over Reggie. Vince runs out and leaves Lori with Abby, and Abby's like, I can't believe this shit. You fucked my man.
I can't. I would love it if that's how she actually.
She's like, Vince, are you tripping? You fuck
shit.
this kitty cat face makeup bitch. But Lori slaps Abby, but Abby slashes Lori.
That's probably why he fucked someone else.
She has cat claws now. She slashes Lori's throat with cat claws, meows, and transforms into a demon. So Nick sees Lori running, and Lori finds Angela. And then runs. Vince can't find the girls. Lori figures out. Wait, Lori and I don't know. Lori's hiding in the. It's not Lori. It's Holly. I got it mixed up.
Okay.
Don't do it again.
Yeah, if you do it again, you're done.
So Nick saw Holly running, and then Holly finds Angela and runs.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Vince can't find the girls. Holly figures out that it's
Maybe
Full
that's
House
kind
fucking
of a
with them.
Vince problem.
It's a VP.
Holly's
Vince
hiding.
problem.
Lori's hiding in the embalming room. There's dumb CGI snake puppet that bites her titty. And
Another titty. I love that they
her.
always do it. Like Lucio Fulci always does an eyeball thing. The Night of the Demons movies always do titty.
So the snake bites her on the tit with its fangs and then starts going down.
Where?
These movies always do some pussy play too.
Yeah.
Like the dog,
they
the
do.
dog dick
Mutilation and
Or and they always have lesbian stuff. Which I mean, going down obviously, but they have like other lesbian stuff in it.
So she starts giggling when the snake's going down on her, and then she's like, "Oh." And Nick, there's lots of punching. Nick punches Vince again. They fight again. Nick gets the gun this time. While Holly's trying to radio in the cop car, we see Demon Larry, Officer Larry, and he shows his skull when he takes off his hat.
Thank God. I've been waiting to see his skull the whole movie.
Holly crosses the stream while Officer Larry...
She's peeing with somebody else and they cross streams.
No, Holly's running from Officer Larry Demon and goes across the gate, the magical stream that the ghost can't go through. So the demon
unless you take something out of
he explodes. He just straight up explodes.
Yeah, that's a plot hole, I guess. Ooh, hey, dude. Hey, listen. Hey, dude's on my watch list, and all the seasons are for free on Amazon.
Dang. Christine Taylor from
and
last week.
Salute Your Shorts. And Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It's all on Hulu?
On Amazon and on my Amazon. Yeah.
Okay, so Nick and Holly now, they accidentally scare each other. Reggie's arm grabs at them from underneath the van, but doesn't get him. Demon Orson does the dozens with Nick, starts talking about his mom, but he gets kicked away. And then Vince finds a pistol. Nick and Holly kiss on the bed. They have a real tender love scene. But they don't
Sounds
fuck.
like
They don't fuck.
really
Orson
tender.
hops from the ceiling because his face is melting, and then the lieutenant shows up, and Vince finds Angela. The lieutenant cuffs Nick to Holly, and Vince comes out with Angela as a hostage. So the lieutenant drops his gun, and Angela's just like, he's just trying to get you. Because, like, the lieutenant's trying to tell Vince, like, you didn't kill that cop. You may think you're in more trouble than you actually are. And Angela's like, don't listen to him. So the lieutenant kills Vince. He asks you. But Nick shoots Angela, and she CGI's into a demon. Boo. Larry's at the car. I thought
Brian's song and Mask
find
are the
Larry's
two saddest
car.
movies ever. Just want you to know.
Then Demon Orson and Demon Abby show up, and Demon Reggie. And the guns aren't doing shit. They're shooting the fuck out of these demons. Ain't doing shit. And then the snake hand on Lori bites the lieutenant. And Angela wants Holly's virgin soul. Angela breaks the handcuffs off of Holly and Nick. And then Holly goes to save the others. But Angela wakes Vince up, blah, blah, blah. It's the old school demon again.
Does this movie
Yay.
kind of give you the same vibe as, even though I know it's not like the same movie at all, but doesn't it kind of give you like the vibes of Prom Night 4? How they like tried to return to form of being more serious, but like it ended up just being like, what?
But also,
Like there's
Slumber
that
Party
feeling,
3
though,
because
you
it's
know?
trying to like get back
Well,
to the
yeah.
original.
I
but
also
not doing
think
great.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
but
I agree with
I
that.
agree, but I also think like, okay, so the 1994 Night of the Demons 2, it very well could have been in the 80s. It looks like it
Yeah.
was in the 80s. This movie looks like, I think another reason I'm thinking Prom Night is because it looks like early 90s. It doesn't look like 97.
It's still got some like splatter party.
but you
elements
still,
about
but
it.
it's not early 90s slasher vibes, like, when it was
Well,
really going
the
out.
one before this was like.
But it looked like
94,
80s.
right?
Yeah.
94, but this
So-
is 97, but it looks like 92.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
for real.
they're still
I get
trying,
that.
but
Yeah.
I like this movie, but and it's a lot of fun, but not as much as number 2.
Well, nothing is.
Yeah, so Holly
Except for Summer Massacre 2 is, but
Holly is going to let Angela have her virgin soul to save the lieutenant and Nick. But Angela wakes up Vince. She's like, it's time to go in, my children. It's about to be dawn. So then the lieutenant uses his stage magic to create a diversion. And Nick stabs Angela. Wait. Holly stabs Angela, and Nick pins her to a tree with his car. Then he backs up, and Holly and the lieutenant hop in, but the car stalls. Boo. Angela's disappeared. She's not up against the tree.
I'm shocked that happened in a horror movie.
Holly, the lieutenant, and Nick walk toward the gate, but Angela shows up and takes the lieutenant's hand, and they're almost at the gate, but then Angela grabs Holly by the leg. The sun's rising. The gate turns Angela into a skeleton, and the skull laughs and disappears. They'll ever sit down on the other side of the barrier. Sun rises, and finally, after the sun's risen, Holly shuts the gate, and she says she's going to come back every Halloween to make sure this doesn't happen again. And the lights come on in the house.
Well,
There's
thank God, Holly. No one
Happy
asked you to
Well,
do
it's a good
that.
end to the trilogy, man.
Yeah.
No one asked you, Holly.
Well, I mean,
I would have liked to see someone else that I liked from one of the earlier movies come back. It would have been cool if, like, randomly the black guy or the
somebody
girl from
shut
the first
gate.
one showed up
Yeah,
and, like,
and
helped.
just, like, shut the gate or whatever.
That would have been
that'd
really
be super
cool.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
Like if they had a throwback
Showed up to
of
save the
someone
day.
for the first movie, yeah. Okay, so yes, you're right. It was made in Canada on a budget of $1.8 million, which in the U.S. is
more than I imagined.
$1.3 million. With inflation today, that'd be around $2.5 million. I couldn't find a gross because it went straight to video. It probably did make a lot of money though, because since Night of the Demons did,
got
and that's
boobies.
when mom and pop stores were going out by 97, but they were not gone yet, so I bet it did pretty well at the home video market. Anyway, okay. Most of the scene, once again, most of the scenes where Angela's throwing through the hallways, stock footage from the first one. In the convenience store scene, a VHS of the first Night of the Demons is sitting on the shelves by the checkout counter.
Oh man,
interesting. And
Meta.
also, I didn't really look, but was that gas station any similar to the ones that they're in the first one? I wonder if it's supposed to be the same gas station.
Shot
it
from
didn't
a
look like it's
different
me.
angle or something like that.
It definitely was missing.
it
It
would've
was missing
changed.
Linnea Quigley's ass.
Yeah, but that would have been cool if that had been the same gas station.
It would have been.
But anyway, I mean,
think it was a
I've already thought of
Canadian
two
gas
things that make this movie better. But anyway, Kevin Tenney, who had directed the original Night of the Demons, I talked about him in Night of the Demons 2, has since expressed dissatisfaction with the final cut of the film. I think he did direct this one too. Amelia Kincaid, who played Angela, this was her last role. She went on to become a successful animal psychic and author.
That's what's up.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I think she does.
Animal
I
psychic?
don't think I know. She does
Is that like
she
an
does the
animal
convention
whisperer
circuit.
or something like that?
It's a dog whisperer type shit. No, it's Dr. Dolittle shit.
That's awesome.
In December 2022, interview
This was directed by Jimmy Kaufman.
was directed by. He directed the Kevin Tenney directed this one and one.
Nope.
Why does it say it then?
Is this 3?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. It says it was directed by.
Are they the co-directors?
Jimmy Kaufman.
Or they're co-directors, is what I'm saying.
No.
Okay, hun, you're in the wrong place.
Am I?
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there were any other directors off of here. Yeah, no, I guess he didn't. But
Releases Demon
but
House.
Kevin Tenney did write this one. The only one, okay,
Yeah.
he didn't direct it, but he wrote 1 and 3. He did not write 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were doing an interview with him. Actually, the guy that directed one, Kevin Tenney, he also directed and wrote Witchboard, which we'll be doing sometime.
Hey, I think we should make a drink called a Kevin Tenney.
Ooh, I'm
Ooh,
down.
nice, even though it's not spelled that way, but yes. We'll decide what should be in it
How
later.
is it spelled?
Tenney.
It doesn't matter when it comes to
No, not when you're saying it out loud. He said,
when you put it on the fucking menu, it doesn't matter.
yeah, also no one will know.
Somebody-
If they ask you, why is it called that? And you're like, because it's the director of Night of the Demons and Witchboard.
Look at this
See,
many
it'll get you
whiskers that
drunk.
Kevin or Jimmy Kaufman did direct.
That looks stupid as hell.
He's wearing.
Anyway, so then an interview in
Glasses.
2002, this is the same one I talked about, the same interview that was that he did for part 2. He said that the script he had written for the film was considered the best of the 3. He further stated that due to bad decisions made on set, many of the script's best scenes ended up on the cutting room floor in an attempt to fix things that had gone awry during production. Awry is another word. When I look at it, I always it's like Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel.
Or albeit I used to have a weird time with it. With the exception of the credits, Angela's name is never spoken in this movie, which makes sense because these kids are just trying to remember
Don't they
the
do
law.
some kind of weird rap at the end with her?
That not kind of, but it's not part of the movie.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
And the title of the song "Demon Boogie" was originally considered as an alternative name for Night of the Demons, the first one.
Demon Boogie.
Which I'll be playing. It's fucking weird and I don't understand it. So, what do you give this one?
Wait,
I'm
couple
sorry. I
things.
need to do kill count. I'm sorry.
Yeah, kill count.
1 is Officer Larry Day, who's stabbed with a badge by Angela. 2 is Orson.
I'm going to go ahead and say he's in You Can't Do That in Television and Battlefield Earth, which means he's probably a Scientologist.
Okay, 2 is Orson, who's impaled through the head. 3 is Abby, who's gagged to death. 4 is Reggie, who's run over with a car.
He's also in Urban Legend Final Cut.
I love all the urban legends, actually. They're dumb, but they're fun. 5 is Lois. Lois?
Lois. Is it Lori? Was Lori Lois?
I think so.
She's the girl with the snake hand.
Yeah, she's bitten by a snake.
Yeah.
6 is Vince. He's shot in the eye by Lieutenant Dewhurst. 7 is Lieutenant Dewhurst, whose heart is ripped out by Angela. And 8 is Angela Franklin, who's knifed, hit by a car, and skinned by Lieutenant Dewhurst, Nick, and Holly.
So my last note on any of the actors is the lieutenant. He was kind of a big deal, I guess. Vlada Vrosky or something. His name, I can't get the name right, but he was in Brain Scan, Scanners 2, and he was in Shivers 1975, which I think is the first Cronenberg movie.
And Scanners 2 is awesome.
I've never seen the second one.
Wait, which one?
Scanners 2.
Oh, I haven't seen Scanners 2.
It's not as good as
Brain Scan's awesome.
But you know what? With Brain Scan, though, even
Somebody
like
request
after
Brain Scan.
that first head explosion, it kind of gets boring for me.
Somebody pay for us to do
Cronenberg is a little up and down. I think in general he has pacing issues in his movies, but
I did not like the last one.
I know, but
Crimes
like
of the
I'm
Future.
saying in general,
Whoa.
I like Scanner. I mean, I like David Cronenberg movies. However, I think he's bad at pacing movies, and I think he
What
makes
about
them.
The Fly?
And I think he makes them
The
too
Fly
long.
is a masterpiece.
It's a
but
creature.
It's a remake, but it's like The Thing.
Yeah, okay,
it's like,
but
it's
okay.
the same
Well,
kind
when I
of
make
thing,
statements like that, they're usually exceptions to the rule, or what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Existence
But for the
is
most
fine.
part, the movies that I've seen
What's
that
the one
he's
with
directed,
double
like
Jeremy Irons?
there are a lot of scenes that he has in there that are tedious and not necessary.
What's the one where there's twin gynecologists, Jeremy Irons?
Oh, American Mary.
Double.
Are you talking about Cronenberg, The Brood?
Oh,
No, it's a
no, it's a Big
Cronenberg.
Brood.
It's Jeremy Irons plays twins, and they have weird, and they redid it
Basket
recently.
Case.
Yeah, there was like a
That's on
Amazon series about it,
Oh,
but it was women instead of Jeremy Irons.
I don't know.
Twin women.
Twin Jeremys.
Twingers.
Twingers.
Jeremy Irons played 2 women, and
No. 2 women
Played
reprised the role.
No, 2 women played Jeremy Irons
It's
in a
called-
movie.
and his struggle.
It was Michelle Tanner. It was Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen played Jeremy Irons. In a,
All right, Mike.
Dead Ringers.
oh, Dead Ringers.
I've
Yeah,
never seen that.
is that the one?
It's fucking good.
What's the movie? Is that a Stephen King
It's
book?
sick.
Dead Ringers.
No, he did Dead
He
Zone.
did Zone. I just watched that for the first time. Actually, I'd never
That's
seen it.
Cronenberg. That's a great film.
Yeah, it was really good. It reminded me a lot of that
Christopher
movie.
Walken.
Which
Do you
you
remember
were not here when I was
Saturday Night
talking to
Live?
him about it. But have you
Saturday
seen
Night Live had a
the?
spoof of Dead Zone where like Christopher Walken would like shake hands with somebody and he'd like say normal things that were gonna you're gonna go to the grocery store and they'll be out of applesauce.
Yeah.
It's like you really wanted applesauce.
Oh,
All right, hey Mike, what do you rate this film?
no, hold on, time out.
Do you normally
I really
rate it
want to know this
first?
because no, you don't. I always ask him. No, that's true.
Fucker.
I remember I asked him if he had seen this movie. You weren't on that episode. So, have you seen Parallax View? That's got Warren Beatty in it.
No.
No.
I love Warren Beatty.
No, you'd like it. There's this scene that's like the raddest thing I've ever seen. But there's a scene like you were just talking about that sounded like something.
Parallax View?
The Parallax View.
No.
It's fucking nuts.
that-
It's really good.
I've seen Heaven Can Wait.
I've also seen Shampoo. But
We've seen movies.
Yeah.
no, I was just and Dick Tracy with Madonna.
Of course.
So what do you give it, Mike?
You asked Nick first.
Okay, I said, okay, whatever. And then I said I do actually ask you first.
Why are you
so
trying to
go
switch
on.
it up on me?
Answer or don't. I
give
don't
this
give a shit. I
movie-
usually ask Nick first.
I
but
give this movie a Gentleman's 3.
I'm gonna say the same.
I'm giving it 2.5. For me, that's a loose 2.5.
I was
It could very well be
gonna do
a
3,
2.
but I didn't know how to say it. And I think a Gentleman's 3 is a good way to say
Gentleman's
it.
3. It's
I think
not a bad
I think it's
movie.
below average
It's
though,
fun.
and I think 3 would be average. I think it's below average.
I think it has rewatchability. All 3 of these movies have
it's still
rewatchability. It's
fun.
like,
The first one actually has
It's
the
like-
least rewatchability in my experience because
It's like
I've
starting to
I've
get
wanted
chilly
to
in,
I've
like,
wanted to watch it
November
again
or
so many times and then I
September.
turn it off.
these are good spooky season starters, you know?
No, for sure. And then
They all
we'll
take place
be
on Halloween night.
and so coming up next we'll have a Halloween and then Jacko.
Halloween and Jacko. babies.
So
I'm way ahead of you on the Jacko.
have you?
I'm not.
I'm already doing it right now.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
So gagged on that.
You are
My
losing.
Jacko.
This bitch is tired,
No,
y'all.
I mean I didn't watch the movie.
Stay gagged
That's what-
on. Here,
I haven't seen it
watched
in like 2 years.
Stay gagged on Retchie's Reggie's bullet wounds.
That's what I was
Stay
about to
gagged
say.
on Mountain Dew.
Good one. Mountain Dew
Stay gagged on
slushies.
when you try to get a Malamar and get shotgunned at the gas station.
Facts.
Stay gagged on.
Stay gagged on that same gas
Little
station that's a
brother's popping
Kenjo
in to
that
look
has
at your
those Mountain Dew
boobs.
slushies.
Yeah, stay gagged on those slushies.
Where he got killed, because that was definitely a Kenjo.
Because it's definitely a
Stay gagged
repeat
on Whole
fucking
Health.
place
If
where
you think
wanna
of
go.
convenience, you know.
I mean,
Stay gagged on
when you do
Angela's
bag
tongue.
smokes,
Stay gagged on
Rue McClanahan being her aunt.
Revolver
doesn't matter
barrels
if
that
your
you
friend
suck
fucking
bullets
died
out
there.
of.
You gotta get a pack of smokes.
I mean, duh, it's the best time to do it. So, stay gagged on all of her.
I'm getting a case of the vapors.
Stay gagged on whenever you ask, like, if your friend in the floor is bleeding, if they were a friend or not.
Also, stay gagged on the movie Porky's because it's good, and part
two.
2's good too, and I'm sick of people shitting on it. Also, stay gagged on all of our social media: Instagram, TikTok, Gag Me with an Eye podcast, Twitter, Gag Night Pod.
Squirty.
Become a Patreon for member shout outs, bonus exclusive episodes, fan requested episodes, and early access to episodes. You can get that for $2 a month. Or unless you want to do fan requested episodes, then it's $5 a month. At www.patreon.com/gagmewithanightpodcast. Buy our merch at gagmewithanightpodcast.com. We'll see you later when we're going to be spooky ooky and some more.
Jack,
And I don't know what the fuck this song is, but it's in the movie, so bye.
I'll show you a hell of a time. Hell of a time. Bad little girls go everywhere. Are you horny? Horny? Are you horny? I'm so horny. I'll show you a hell of a time. Hell of a time. You little girls go to heaven. Bad little girls go everywhere. Everywhere. Hell of a time. So